That's some good looking yeast.
That's some really good looking yeast right there. We got some good activity going on.
Now,
Olive oil, very good olive oil, from Greece to be precise. Now the one thing that is going to be different than most other breads, particularly I would say sourdough, this dough is going to be sticky and we want it sticky. So if you are opting to give this recipe a go, just remember that if it looks sticky, it is not bad. Don't freak out. You can see all the bubbles from the active yeast. Okay, I'm taking the last couple minutes here to turn it out and to start hand kneading a little bit. It's always a good idea to introduce yourself to your bread by handling it. It's as much true with yeast bread as it is with a sourdough bread. Of course, on the flip side, you don't necessarily want to handle your bread too much. You could end up with a chewy loaf. And I'm not being too forceful here. I'm just lightly turning this over and onto itself. And you can see the texture is starting to come together. It's not that sticky, globulous look. It's still sticky because obviously, as you can see, but it's keeping its shape. And that is our 5-minute mark, guys. Okay.
and what were you putting in the bowl?
So this bowl here is actually an Old Dog pottery bowl. I'll put a link to their information down below for you guys. But now that we've got our whole loaf here ready to go, we're going to put it inside and we're going to cover it and then wait for it to double in bulk. So that can be, depending upon your weather and your climate, that can take anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours. Now what we're going to do, we're going to punch this down. Knead it just a little bit, and then we're going to divide it out. Isn't that just so cool? You can see I'm just pulling 4 corners over, like so. All right, that looks like a very nice dough ball. Okay, now we've got our 2 sides. We're only going to be doing a 3-strand, 2 3-strand loaves of bread. So, I'm going to try and cut this as equally as I can. That's why I was patting those ends in a wee bit. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but close is good. All right. Let's get you all tidied up. Now that we've got our loaves basically situated, we're going to cover with a towel and leave it on top of your oven that is set for 350 to finish proofing for the second time. It should double in size, and while that is over there proofing, we're going to beat an egg here real quickly because we're going to brush this on top. This is what's going to give you that nice brown golden color. And if you're wanting to put poppy seeds or sesame seeds on top, this will help those to stick and to brown more than burn. Sesame seeds can tend to burn if you're not careful. All right, now that egg is going to go on, and I'm going to coat it very liberally here. This is going to give a nice golden browned crust.
Put the dish down. There you go. You're making a shadow.
Okay, now it stands to reason that for the most part you always end up with an ugly loaf and a pretty loaf. We're going to eat on the pretty loaf here at home, and we'll take our nice pretty loaf to fellowship. But let's go on ahead and try our bread. It's got a nice texture in here, very airy like it should be. Flavor's good. I would like to try it with honey instead of sugar though. That would be my one thing, is to change that over in the recipe, which is almost a 1-to-1 ratio. Other than that, it's a pretty darn good loaf. Okay guys, so that's it for this evening. I hope you enjoyed taking a little time out and baking with us, and we will see you on the next one. As always, keep it simple, natural, and essential. Catch you later.